Hey, what's up guys, SATISH here and welcome to my channel. And here's the comparison video of Redmi Note 6 Pro, but this time it is with Mi A2. Let's find out how Mi A2 solidly built sporting powerful hardware smartphone will perform against the all-new Redmi Note 6 Pro. Let's get started. Redmi Note 6 Pro is an upcoming flagship Redmi Note smartphone to be launched this month for expected price tag of Rs 14,999 for 4GB of RAM and to go on sale either on Flipkart or Amazon. Mi A2 was launched back in August for Rs 16,999 for 4GB of RAM. Fortunately, you can get this phone now for Rs 15,000 and this can be bought online and offline as well. Redmi Note 6 Pro comes with black protective cover, user guide, standard power adapter, USB 2.0 cable and at last SIM ejector pin. Whereas Mi A2 it's slightly different here. You would get TPU cover, user guide, USB Type-C to 3.5mm dongle, SIM ejector pin, Type-C USB cable and 5V 2A power adapter. Redmi Note 6 Pro is made of metal, the protruding camera bump as well made of metal and the rest are made of plastic, even the frame is made of plastic. Though it measures 8.2mm thick, it still feels slimmer to hold and solid as well due to the curved design on back makes it non-slippery. Basically the design is inspired by its predecessor Redmi Note 5 Pro and comparing next to next seems like same phone. Whereas Mi A2 comes with all metal unibody design on back and if you notice there is only one aluminium material used on back that goes all around the back of the phone including the frame. This is probably the most well-built smartphone under Rs 16,000 price segment and I just love how it feels to hold due to the fact it's just 7.3mm thick. I would recommend to use provided TPU cover in the box else you might end up dropping the phone as it is slippery considering slimness and metal finish. For me, Mi A2 wins in design and build of the phone. Redmi Note 6 Pro has 6.3-inch Full HD Plus IPS display having 403 pixels per inch in a 19:9 ratio panel with notch design and moderately slim chin as well. The display is bright, colorful and has excellent contrast ratio and even in direct sunlight it is legible. A smaller notch or maybe a dewdrop notch as seen in Realme 2 Pro would have boosted this phone. Apart from having a good quality display, there is unspecified Corning Gorilla Glass as well that can resist somewhat against accidental drops. Mi A2 on the other hand comes with 6-inch Full HD Plus LTPS IPS display, 403 pixels per inch in a 18:9 ratio panel. The display is colorful but not as bright as Redmi Note 6 Pro for some reason and even the contrast ratio falls short, but it still does great job in wide angle viewing. Surprisingly, it sports Corning Gorilla Glass 5 and good to see in this phone. So in the display department, both the phones win as they are very similar. Redmi Note 6 Pro still uses micro USB 2.0 but Mi A2 sports Type-C 1 reversible connector and it is so handy in many situations, but simultaneously Mi A2 doesn't support 3.5mm audio jack and you are forced to use a Type-C to 3.5mm dongle that comes in the box. You would be displeased with Mi A2 on SIM slot and use of memory card as well, as you can use only 2 SIM cards and there is no support for micro SD card. But Redmi Note 6 Pro comes with much better hybrid slot that can support 2 SIMs or a micro SD card and a SIM. And this is one of the reasons why people don't prefer Mi A2 over Redmi Note 6 Pro. For your information, both the phones supports dual 4G VoLTE. Pictures taken from Redmi Note 6 Pro and Mi A2 are more practical, tries to enhance the pictures with AI technology. Redmi Note 6 Pro has good focus factor due to its dual pixel technology and Mi A2 wins in detailing in pictures. Mi A2 wins in low light conditions utilizing its two f1.8 aperture cameras, giving more light and doesn't disappoint in low light conditions. Both the phones have stabilization support to keep the videos non-jerky and the colors and details on Mi A2 seems to be more realistic compared to Redmi Note 6 Pro, but both the phones performed well in video section. Only Mi A2 is capable of recording in Ultra HD 4K and the result lacks video stabilization as you can see. Coming to the front camera as well, Mi A2 is focused on picture detailing rather than enhancing the picture as found in Redmi Note 6 Pro. Mi A2 utilizes its front LED flash which is a savior in low light conditions again. So for me, Mi A2 wins slightly in the camera department. Redmi Note 6 Pro sports Snapdragon 636 chipset and the same found in Redmi Note 5 Pro as well. Mi A2 sports much better and powerful Snapdragon 660 chipset even though Mi A2 was launched back in August. Though you can't spot any performance difference comparing 636 and 660 chipset phones side by side, but different clock speed, frequencies and GPU help to push 660 chipset up the ladder. Even during the gameplay, both performed equally, but you would notice zero lags and frame drop in Mi A2 due to its superior 660 chipset. In the Antutu benchmark test, Mi A2 managed to perform well due to the superior chipset. Redmi Note 6 Pro runs on Android Oreo 8.1 OS with customized MIUI 9 skin on top. Out of the box, you would still get around 50 gigs of internal storage and further expandable up to 256 gigs via micro SD card. Meanwhile, Mi A2 runs on Android Oreo 8.1 OS as well, but runs on pure stock Android One experience. Out of the box, you would still get around 46 gigs of internal storage. Unfortunately, you can't expand further due to the no support of micro SD card slot in Mi A2. Both has rear facing fingerprint scanners and works as fast as we expected, and they are reliable as well. You might feel hard to reach the fingerprint scanner on Mi A2 due to the larger chin bezel, and especially if you have a smaller index finger, you might having problem very often. Both has face unlock feature and works mostly due to the whopping 20 megapixel cameras. Redmi Note 6 Pro is not as fast as we expect, and coming to the Mi A2, it might be fast but it won't let you bypass lock screen. You should swipe up in order to complete the undock procedure, and I find it hectic. Redmi Note 6 Pro sports 4000 mAh non-removable battery, and the battery has been the notable feature in Redmi Note series. Mi A2 sports only 3000 mAh non-removable battery, and this is compromised aspect of the phone due to the slimmer 7.3mm body. Both the phones take nearly 100 minutes to full charge with provided power adapter in the box. So Redmi Note 6 Pro outperforms in the battery department compared to the Mi A2. Both the phones' sound can spread a medium-sized room easily, as the speaker on both the phones are loud enough. Though you might not be impressed with stereo performance as the vocals are mostly dominating than music, it is still considerable for this price. So coming to the conclusion, Redmi Note 6 Pro has better display, expandable storage and better battery. Whereas Mi A2 comes with best build and design, superior camera, USB Type-C, better hardware, better software that is capable of receiving updates. Simultaneously, Mi A2 fails to check few crucial aspects of the phones like no 3.5mm audio jack, no expandable storage, uninspiring battery life, hence makes Redmi Note 6 Pro as winner checking crucial aspects in the phone, and this is the reason why Mi A2 literally failed. So that's it in this video. If you find this comparison very helpful and if you think I deserve a credit for making this video, then hit the subscribe button down there and become part of this rapidly growing channel. So as you know, this is Satish. Have a nice day and stay awesome.